Hello everybody and welcome back to FX Street. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top gainers, which is top gainers and top losers of the last week. And we're going to discuss and see if there's any opportunity going forward. But before we actually dive deeper into the technicals, right, I want to direct your attention to the FX Street YouTube channel. If you enjoy the content that we put out, please make sure to head on over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. You can also follow us on Twitter at FXSCrypto. If you like what I do, you can follow me on Twitter as well at Mangiako with a 0 at the end. So back to the top gainers. The top gainers for the past week was OGN. Right, it surged 129% in a single week. Audio also saw a sizable chunk of gain, which is a 54% upswing, and for ETC it was 50% upswing, right? So all these coins did well, and for the losers we have ANC, Anchor Perp. I think it was the coin was released recently, and it was a top loser. And yeah, we don't have the stats for that yet. As for REN, not great. API3 not great as well. So we're going to take a look at these coins and see if there's any opportunity in the coming week, right? So let's start with the first coin, which is OGN. And as always, I want to get into this line chart perspective, which kind of gives me a lot more clear understanding of what's happening in the market. And if you look at this, yeah, so at 0.592 is a really good support. And even beyond this, I think we have another support flip resistance level here at 0.736. If you turn on the candlestick pattern, you can see that the price has not only shattered the 0.59 level here, and we've also produced a daily close above 0.73. Right now, the question is if this daily close above 0.736 holds. If it doesn't, then obviously you're expecting the price to head down to 0.592 and form some sort of a base and then consolidate, go higher, right? But there are a lot more factors in play here. So let's take a closer look, right? From a daily time frame, you can see that the price rallied, like moved away from this point very quickly and formed some consolidation here before it rallied another time, right? So we have a fair value gap now extending from 0.27 to 0.40. And this is an inefficiency that the price forms, and usually, more often than not, the price usually comes down, fills this gap, and then goes higher. Again, we're seeing something similar here as well. For the sake of discussion, let's switch to a 12-hour time frame, and as you can see here, there is an FEG gap here extending from 0.51 to 0.69. Yep, to 0.69. These are the two FEG gaps that I'm looking at to be filled. So if you want to go ahead and short this, you can do it after today's daily close. If you get a daily close below 0.736, then it's a sign that the price is at least going to head down to 0.59 or 0.56, 0.959, which would be, from the current position, this would be an 18% downswing, right? And if the price continues to breach the support level as well, then and fills the fair value gap here, it would be a 28% downswing, which is an interesting and a good trade. So these are the levels I'm looking at. So let me just mark this out. This is the first level. Second level, this is the first level of targets if you do short this coin from here. 1.54 hour trade with a 30% downswing, right? But for now, what I'm expecting is for the price to not go beyond 0.40, because we have this demand zone here extending from 0.40 to 0.517. And this is where I believe the price is going to form some sort of a base, right? Not above 0.592. So essentially the price action is going to be something like this. And depending on how the overall crypto market is, it could go up, it could go down. But for now, what's sure is like a 18% downswing is what I'm expecting. Beyond that, if we're lucky, we could probably get another extension of this downswing, pushing the total drop from 18% to 28%. So that's my take on OGN. Moving on to the second best coin of the last week, we have audio. Again, let's turn on the line chart for audio. And instantly I have this, this was a resistance level, but then we've moved above it, converted into a support level. The support level held here after retest, but finally failed on 18 Jan and the price moved below that. Since then, the price has not managed to move above that. And that's where we are right now. As you can see here, the price also tried moving beyond that at 11th Feb, but the retest failed. So from a daily time frame, you can easily mark out this fair value gap extending from 0.75 to $1, and that's your target. It's as simple as that. You can, just to make it a little conservative, what I would do is, if I were to short this coin, this is where I would do profits at 0.84. Clearly not that good of an R, but that's what I'm expecting for the price to revert back to the mean. Although the mean is somewhere around 0.76, I think we could settle to a retest of 0.846. So yeah, that's my take on Audius or audio. But if we were to kind of explore, if there's a possibility that the price retest the 1.28 resistance level again, produces a daily candle close above that, then it's going to be really hard for the price to breach this tiny little consolidation here at 1.51, and that's where I believe the upside is capped. So the downside for audio is capped at 0.75, and the upside is capped at 1.51. These are the two extremes. But for now, the local top could be around 1.8, and the local bottom could be around 0.84. So yeah, that sums up the analysis for Audius. The next coin is ETC Perp. It's interesting to see Ethereum Classic pump, and I think the reason why it's pumping is because of Ethereum. Ethereum is moving from proof of work to proof of stake, and as the date of this complete shift nears, I think a lot of Ethereum miners are going to need to find alternative. So I think Ethereum Classic is like the best alternative, and as you can see here, the price has rallied 66% over the past 6 days, which is interesting. Again, let's move on to a line chart perspective to mark out important support levels and resistance levels. So $38.2 was a really good resistance level, and the price is currently, hovering around that with indecision to move up or down. Beyond this, we also have 38.2, another support flipped resistance level. And we also have almost two equal lows formed around $25. So what I'm expecting for Ethereum Classic, as you can see here, the price started its move from roughly $27, $28 and did not have any down candlesticks up to where it is right now. Even now, it doesn't show any down candles, which is interesting because this creates an inefficiency here, and the market makers are likely going to push the price lower. That's what I'm expecting in the coming week, right? The retracement is a tempting idea if we get a daily candlestick close below 34.28, but if we do not get that, there's a good chance the price is going to consolidate between these two levels here, 38 and 34, and then go higher, right? And the reason for this consolidation is mainly because the price has suffered quite a lot over the past 6-7 months. As you can see here, from 6th May, the price has dropped 88%, which is like a full-blown bear market. If you look at it from 2017, 2018, 2019, the altcoins essentially dropped anywhere from 70, 80, and 90%, which kind of marked the bottom for altcoins, right? So due to this massive oversold nature of the market, I believe we are not going to see a complete retracement of Ethereum Classic, and it could stabilize between $34 and $38. But in the case that we get a daily candlestick close below this, then I would explore the possibility of Ethereum Classic heading down to 30.5. And even if this fails, then I could probably expect price to head under $28. Right? So I don't believe Ethereum Classic is going to witness like a massive downswing. As for the upside, $61.8, roughly $62 is where I'm expecting the price to form some sort of local top if we see another one of these massive pumps. So that pretty much sums up the analysis for all the top gainers. Let's take a look at the top losers. The first coin is obviously ANC. ANC, I think, was released quite recently. And obviously the price has been on a massive downswing. It's dropped. Okay, honestly, it's not a lot. Now that we measure it, it's at 22% downswing. So if you take a look at the swing low formed here, the price has breached the swing low. So if you go back to the origin of this down move, you get a order block, right? This green candle or up candle is a bullish order block, actually a bearish order block, and this is the supply zone. Going forward, I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to rally a little bit and then crash a lot. So I believe Anchor is going to conform to that particular outlook, mainly because of the correlation that altcoins have with Bitcoin, right? So with that in mind, right, I'm expecting the price to head higher and retest the supply zone here, which extends from roughly $2.7, $2.8. And this upswing, if we do not get it, before our candlestick close about 2.8, if we do not flip this supply zone into a support, then there's going to be another rejection and the price is going to head lower. Using the trend-based flip extension, as you can see here, the next level where price could head down to is the $1, not the $1, it's the 100% retracement level here at 2.37, 2.36. That's where I'm expecting the price to head next if we do not get a flip of this supply zone. From the current position, you could see a 5% upswing. Right, and on top of that, we can also mark out this trend line and see how the price reacts to this trend line. So yeah, that there's not a lot to go on for Anchor. So this is where I'm going to end the analysis and move on to the next coin, which is REN. So right off the bat from the daily time frame, REN has formed equal highs around here, and the price, the price is now trying to go back again up here and try to flip this or collect liquidity resting above the 0.43 level here. And if you use the flip extensions and draw flip from $0.26 to 0.4, which is like the swing low and swing high, you can see the price has already retested the 0.62 or 62 retracement level here twice, and now it's going higher. So I believe this trend from a daily time frame is going to continue until we get to 0.48. From the current position, it's not a lot to go on. It would be a quick, actually it's a lot, it's a 28% upswing for REN. Right, so I believe we're going to see a price action like this. A 28% upswing is what I'm expecting for REN. But if we do not manage to hold the range low at 0.26, I believe we are going to sweep somewhat of an equal lows formed here at roughly 0.25, and you could probably get some sort of a triple bottom pattern that could evolve into something like this, where the price goes back to 0.48 to 0.5 again. So either way, I think the price goes from where it is right now, which is 0.37 to 0.48, which is a 28% upswing. Or if you reject it again at the range high, 0.43, then expect the price to head down to the range low, sweep the range low, where this is where you don't panic, and if you want to long the coin, this is a good place to start, which is 0.25. So that pretty much sums up the analysis for REN with its upside capped at 0.48 and downside capped at 0.26. In some cases, you could see a sweep of the 0.25 support level. So if you actually, we have another coin, not bad. So not a lot of good price action for API3 from a daily time frame. So we'll have to move to a 4-hour time frame. There's a clear move invalidation of the swing high followed by a downswing, and for now, again, we have something similar happen here. And if you use a few extensions to these equal highs at $5.5, the price has come down all the way from to 0.79 retracement level and is going higher. So what I'm expecting for the price to do next is, honestly, this is like a very simple trade. I would long the coin here at 4.8, which is 62 retracement level, and book profits at 5.5, because one is the price formed equal highs around here. So there's definitely liquidity above here. So what the price is going to do next is go higher, sweep this, and then it could come down again around 50 retracement level and reestablish its directional bias, or it could stay here, consolidate, and try to explore where it's going to go next. Either way, a 13% upswing is what I see for API3. Although it was like a loser last week, I believe a 13% upswing is something that you can expect for API3. Even beyond that, I think if the market allows, there's a chance the price could head up to $6. But yeah, anywhere from 5.8 to $6 is a possibility where we could probably see a massive wick, retest this, and then immediately a retracement. Right? Either way, I think 13% upswing from a conservative standpoint with a 1.74 hour trade looks pretty interesting. And the upside could extend all the way to $6, but this is where I would be booking profits if I entered the long position for this particular coin. So that pretty much sums up the analysis for the top gainers and top losers of last week. If you enjoyed this analysis and have any doubts, make sure to leave your doubts in the comment section, and also make sure to like and share the video. Thank you.